strangers in our own land. A terrible day for being inside a building. It was a breathtaking day for being a bike messenger on an early morning bike ride from my cave in Alphabet City. The place felt like an ancient, crumbling psycho ward, including where I live, but never slept. A dirty, moldy tomb of diseased garbage cans, of ghost spirits in the haunted hallways or hovering in the rooms, in the apartments, and century-old dust, haunted dust, or were those unfulfilled desires, saturated with the emissions, discharges, and the howling, yelping, grunting traffic.
Check out that guy with the monster Cadillac. Thinks he's some unmanned drone, like a bat out of hell, going to take out the evildoers.
Surrounded by the barren landscape of the Lower East Side, a million miles away from the Empire State Building where King Kong died for our sins. I checked my messenger bag, water, nuts, an apple for a late day thrill, Chinese ointment, earplugs, daily journal, 8x10 pinup of Bridget Bardot pedaling a bicycle.
That's what I am, the enemy. Like I'm a criminal, an outlaw. For being on a bike, for taking up space, for making their life 1 second slower, breathing all the exhaust fumes in the sky, especially the fumes from his freaking monster SUV.
Strangers in our own land.
I told Louis I'm afraid to go out there, to the special blockaded areas.
The ones who want to wipe us out, erase us.
Whirring blades in the night sky, ricocheting between the war that never went away and the choppers above my skull. Buzzing, bug-eyed choppers, shooting their gadgets and gizmos down at us, at our gardens, at our peaceful spots of earth.
Our spot of life and peace. Me and my buddy Brad. We brought it back to life.
Now they told me my tree was diseased. I told them they were diseased for cutting it down. Like they wanted to gobble up all the trees, people, everything. I need my tree.
You're gonna make those bad guys and all their mechanical monsters disappear. Just like the time that you danced on the Wall Street Bull, trying to make it levitate.
Cops wanted to burn me at the stake like it was the Middle Ages. Like I was a heretic.
Human sacrifice. First they make you go to some police pen, let you know who's boss.
Like an animal, cooped up and being pumped with poisonous goo. I love you.
Ah, stay away from those greasy animals.
Guys.
Louis, I picked up at the Four Seasons. They wanted it downtown, the Federal Building, right away.
I had a nightmare about that place, Louis. I was stuck there, surrounded by all this insanity.
Was there anybody out there?
Soft and sharp, digging into me. Destruction, death, wiping away life. Guns and bullets, bombs and rockets, body counts and boogeymen.
Can anybody hear me?
Hey, Louie, you're not stuck down under the earth with some wino gnawing at your throat and offering your blood to Boris Karloff.
Guys.
This thing is so damn heavy. So I'm like, I gotta take the subway.
Is anybody out there?
You gotta stop sending me up there to the psych ward at the VA on 23rd Street.
Louis creeps me out. I can't go there anymore. Looking at me funny like they want to keep me there.
Stay away from the Federal Building.
That place is a real downer. I mean, those guys just stolen back from Iraq and Afghanistan, walking around the halls like zombies.
Somebody contact me.
My head is boiling. I'm sweating to death. And then all of a sudden, the box starts getting restless.
Can somebody please go get Fifi?
That's all Louis has, the poodle market.
Some kind of medical container. Taking it down to the Federal Building. Louis and his boxes.
Stay away from that building. All those guys with their gadgets and gizmos, their screening devices, there's oozing radiation, maybe even depleted uranium.
Yeah, you better get used to seeing those guys.
We became the enemy. There was no one else. Anyone who worshipped trees, bicycles, especially bicycles.
I'm telling you, the SUVs are after me. I'm out here on the battlefield today. They're all ganging up. People are trying to cut me off at every turn. They're coming to get me.
I mean, I saw a guy get hit. They had the ambulance and everything came. And I saw the hit, and I turned, and then I saw, they were, watch out. How? I was
And
like,
how did it happen?
he was making a left, and
The last pocket of resistance. The beatnik babes, the hippie chicks. Anyone who worshipped the earth. The tree huggers, the poets, the dancers, the artists. Smitty, Flux, my buddy Brad, Mistress Marilyn, Bridget the video goddess gal. Crumbling creatures trying to live in the ancient scrap heaps of abandoned buildings. Their pain, their diseases, their suffering, agonies, ecstasies, and whatever else was being chopped up and boiled down in the back rooms of Alphabet City.
Girls that just are they like hot groupies, or are they just weird, like carny kind of women?
Oh, a lot of them are
I mean,
weird.
is it the bearded lady that's after you?
Sometimes I dream about Topsy. Topsy the elephant from Coney Island. Another restless spirit looking for a place to be.
I think I feel her buzzing around me right now. The cat girl.
There's more and more of them, Louis. They just keep coming, like aliens who've been dropped out of the sky. I feel like the alien. That's what it feels like. The end of a certain kind of world. No windows open, no doors open, no air, no light. They stop being curious if they were much at all. So many people come to a point where their mind is just sealed shut, like an iron door slamming.
Louis, the back room is gone. Cops shut it down last night.
We tried to stop them from tearing it down. Tearing down the precious thing we had created. All of us, all the regulars.
So they charge in,
busted through the doors,
knocked down the door.
like they're superheroes in some video game.
Robocops and flak jackets,
Waving their killer toys around.
armed to the hilt.
They just came in, kicked down the door.
Strangers in our own land.
Here we are in this meat grinder, in this beast of a city, in this beautiful beast crushing. So hot, so cold, so rich, so poor. Happy, sad New York. New York.
Louis, things are changing.
They came in with monster dogs.
They push us all up against the wall.
Boom.
Searchlights,
Boom.
bullhorns,
Bug-eyed choppers shooting nighttime gizmos down at us, at our gardens, at our peaceful spots of earth in the last pocket of resistance.
One guy had a shotgun.
One of the guys had a shotgun,
One of them pointed a shotgun,
a loaded shotgun.
pointed it right in my face.
Things are changing down here, Louis.
I tried to ignore the hovering police eye in the sky. Strangers in our own land. We became the enemy. The guys and gals of downtown. Anyone who was against the mechanical monsters on 4 wheels. The police were pissed. There was an enemy out there. They wanted to rip flesh from bone with their bare, dripping teeth. But who was the enemy?
They grabbed Mistress Marilyn, took her away on handcuffs, did a whole number on her.
Je sens des choses que je ne veux pas affronter. Des choses perdues en moi.
Hey, Louis. Hey, Louis.
Hours of interrogation under hot lights.
Et je veux me débarrasser de ces choses. Le plus tôt, le mieux.
So they wanted her to stop singing and dancing, doing her thing. They made her sign some kind of loyalty oath.
All of a sudden, I can't hear the ocean anymore.
It was like they wanted her, it's like they wanted us to stop living.
Tout à coup, je ne veux plus entendre ta mère. C'est seulement moi et moi dans le sable chaud et ces choses perdues en moi.
They went after my buddy Brad with his guerrilla radio show, his pirate broadcasts.
That's why I'm telling you, stay away from the greasy animals. It's the Kissinger of death, baby. Listen to me, listen to me. Hitler wanted to freeze his brain, right? Right? I'll see you back at base camp. The cars are starting to look like tanks to me, especially them big damn cabs. It's dangerous out here today.
Everything changed that day for the cops, the firemen, and for us.
SWAT teams and choppers in the sky, with snipers on rooftops.
Put that bike down!
The police were pissed. There was an enemy out there.
Hey, Louis? Louis, it's changing.
Louis, it's gone. It's all gone. It's over.
Louis, I tried to make a pickup at Bellevue, and they grabbed me. Kind of chiseled away at my brain, said I was an undesirable element.
The traffic is awesome, dude. Car fumes from SUVs.
Trembling in fear from the mechanical monster SUVs out there.
You gotta come up out of your hellhole, man. The sun's out today. Get some fresh air. You stop hallucinating from all the fumes from the SUVs.
Get off the street, get off the street. I look up and there's the machine gun guy looking at me in his cop car, 88 and 2nd. Get off the street, get off the street. And it's a cop with a turret gun on top of the cop car.
What was he about to do?
I had no idea. I never saw anything like that in my life. Telling us to get off the street, I was scared of my life. I just kept walking.
Damn it. Did you know if anything happened? Did you read about anything happening?
It was like a curfew. It was like 10 o'clock, everybody had to be in. I felt like I was in Libya or something. Or Iraq or something like that.
Pulled us off the bikes, cuffed us.
Louis, I feel like a heretic. Some kind of outlaw in the Middle Ages, waiting for them to burn me at the stake. For hugging trees. For riding a bicycle. For saying bad things about the mechanical monsters.
They use the thin plastic things, put them on tight as hell, so the plastic would cut into the skin, down into the bones of the wrist, pressing against the nerves.
They modified Smitty. Picked him up out of his alley, that deformed, twisted body of his. Here they burned out everything. They burned out his memory.
One guy was on his way to work when they cuffed him.
I was afraid they were going to get pissed or freaked out. Yeah, I was afraid the guy with the shotgun was going to start freaking out. I was afraid they'd take a hard look at me and accuse me of being some kind of thought criminal.
They're going after anyone riding a bike.
They want to lock me up. High up in some medieval tower. Chains and irons, waiting for them to come pounding on the door. With one single terrible demand: convert or die. I am afraid to go out there. I need some place, somewhere to feel okay, but they'd after me, follow me, track me down, turn our street over to the mayor's buddies. The crazy guys in their big slick...
They cuffed him, took him away, took him out of circulation, took him in for interrogation, maybe modification.
They put this wire cage thing over his head. And they bored inside his skull. And they put this like thin electric probe in there, and
I was afraid they were going to try to neutralize my urges or read my thoughts.
Start to run voltage through there, right into his brain.
What about the legless vet on the corner, staring down at shiny shoes that have invaded the neighborhood, hoping that they won't get scooped up by the next garbage truck?
Maybe you worry too much about the suffering of others.
What's your plan for world peace? Casual late-night rendezvous with 1 million adult sites on the internet?
Hey, it's very instructive to know about the world of adults. I may have to become one.
There's a future for a couple of offbeats like us.
Offbeats or beat-offs?
I wouldn't be so sure about the future, not with that $1 billion condo going up on the corner.
There'll always be a joint somewhere. Hideout for tender creatures.
Well, that's what they said about the Bowery.
Louis, they closed the Mars bar down. It's gone. Louis, I think they want to haul me in, sink their claws into my hide. For nothing. For doing nothing, for breathing. Everything we had, everything we are, it's gone. It's invisible now.
They tore down our garden, cops in riot gear, SWAT teams in flak jackets, brought in a bulldozer, wiped our spot from the face of the earth.
The regulars, they disappeared, evaporated. Poopsie, their wheezing laughs. Boogers, their drunken sobs. Boo-boo, their stories. Birdleg Nora, Miss Thang, and their unfunny jokes. Johnny One Arm, invisible. Sloppy Pete. It's like something came out of the sky and just scooped him up, dumped him in a ditch somewhere.
Everything changed that day for the cops, the firemen, and for us. We became the enemy. Strangers in our own land. In the last pocket of resistance, Alphabet City.
I wonder if we'll ever make it past the police barricade at the corner.
The SWAT teams.
And the choppers up there, in the night sky, shooting down at us, through our windows, against our lonely walls.
But that's not the worst part, Louis. The worst part is what's coming. The thing that's going to replace the Mars bar. The thing that's going to smother the memories of me spending one too many lonely nights there. The thing that's going to erase their faces from my head.
Maybe they're listening to us right now. Maybe we're the last pocket of resistance, you and me. Poopsie, Boogers, Birdleg Nora, Leadbelly Louie, Frankie Spanky, Goodnight Irene, waiting for them to invade us. Looking for the enemy.
Waiting to zap us with their death rays.
And what about your dream? Maybe you could turn to Catwoman and rescue me.
Maybe Catwoman will make you beg first.
Hey, watch out. You're starting to sound like that nun that used to torture me in 3rd grade.
Maybe they've already erased us.
Hey, you know where I can get a suit?
A suit?
A coat? Something like that?
For a job? You don't like working for Louis?
I have an interview.
I think exhaust fumes have gotten into your skull and warped your brain into mush.
I guess I'm gonna need a tie. It's not so bad. Answering phones, taking messages. It's just a temp thing.
You barely know how to tie your shoelaces. You know what those are, right?
Typing a bunch of numbers on a copy machine.
Are you having some sort of flashback to normalcy?
Don't you think it's just a matter of time till the whole neighborhood's on the scrap heap of progress?
You're gonna rot away in some box, some cubicle surrounded by 4 sides by terrifying Formica panels. The million crazed creatures, all looking to devour you.
You're talking like I'm gonna let them hog tie me.
Hey, that day can come sooner than you think.
Stick me in some kind of police holding bin. For what, riding a bike?
Hey. Louis. My last delivery didn't go so well. Louis, you can forget about the poodle pickup on East 89th. you can forget about me taking Fifi to the spa. I'm in some damn holding pen.
Louis, it's all over. It's all over.
I wonder how long it will be.
Before we're devoured by the growling bulldozers and the dogs with their mean teeth.
Drooling teeth.
Drooling for you? Me? Or the enemy?
Maybe it's too late. Maybe they already won. Just be careful.
I want to move, sing, dance, smile, laugh, open my eyes and see a bright, bright day.
Guys, contact me. Let me know I exist.
She saved me, Louis. Catwoman saved me from the mechanical monsters. She saved all of us. In the dream, she saved all the downtown Jills and Jacks from the creepos who wanted to bulldoze our gardens.
I turn into a cat woman when the dogs growl at me.